ask why the $5 million? I haven't done any. All I had was a few pictures in my apartment. Why such a bond? I haven't met anyone, touched any
Mr.
children,
Kelly,
contacted anyone. So why?
you're not saying anything
Yeah.
else. You're making a termination statement.
Did you hear what he just said?
Yes.
Sir, I'm going to tell you to stop talking right now. You just made the comment, all I have are a couple pictures in my apartment. Again, you may have just made a very large concession on the record. I have to ask you to stand up again. I'm going to have to get staff to come in and move you. I'm not sure where to go from that.
First case is case number 23F5-5135, the state of Michigan versus Michael Patrick Kelly. Mr. Kelly, you already have appointed counsel, I believe.
This is a new file, sir.
Huh?
This is a new file.
Oh, okay. I've received a request for appointment of counsel for you. It's been approved. Mr. Bellinger will be appearing on your behalf today. I'm going to be talking to him as we go along. Excuse me, but if you have questions as we go along, you feel free to ask them, okay?
Oh, he's muted.
You're on mute, but I'll take that as a yes.
We need to get the mic on.
There you go, Your Honor.
All right, there we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's get appearances. Mr. Bellinger, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Jay Bellinger appearing with and on behalf of Mr. Kelly, who appears via Zoom from the jail.
Okay, Ms. Tana.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Marie Tanha, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney on behalf of the people.
All right. Bellinger, have you had a chance to meet with your client?
Your Honor, I did not personally meet with this client. I don't know that he has met with anyone. However, I do have enough information based on what I do know. I think, can I ask, Mr. Kelly, did someone from my office meet with you?
I forget his first name, Ward.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So someone did, and I have enough information here to continue, Your Honor. We would ask for, did you want a formal reading of the charges, Mr. Kelly?
What is your opinion? Should I, or I don't know what to do. I don't know.
I think we can. I think we can waive a formal reading of the charges. It's just the charges against you. I'm sure if someone met with you, they went over those with you already.
I didn't understand exactly.
All right. And I'm sorry, I was making an adjustment. Did you say you wanted to stand mute?
We would be standing mute, Your Honor. I'm just asking Mr. Kelly if he has been read the charges or if he wants them read out loud to him.
And what's the answer?
Not here.
No, we will waive a formal reading, Your Honor.
Okay. Very good. Let's talk about bond, Ms. Tana.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, is the court in receipt of our bond recommendation form?
Yeah, I have it.
So, Your Honor, a few things in regards to that form. I would like to read important parts of it into the record. Before I do so, I note that the request from the charging APA was for a denial of pretrial release. However, under MCR 6.106, I don't believe this case or any circumstances surrounding it would support a denial of pretrial release, unfortunately. So I would ask to modify that to a $5 million surety bond. And I'm going to start by, with the court's permission, reading portions of the bond recommendation form, but also add some additional information in order to support that request.
May I ask, APA Tana, is there a $5 million cash bond on the other case?
Okay, Mr. Bellinger, go ahead.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. I believe the APA.
Yes, Your Honor, if I may proceed. So portions of the bond recommendation form, I believe, are pertinent before a bond decision is made. I'll just start by reading those. We are requesting a no assaultive behavior against any minor children or anyone else. We are asking for a no use or possession of alcohol and or illegal drugs, no possession of firearms, ammunition, or other dangerous weapons. No contact with any minors or any person with a minor. No going to any schools, daycare centers, playground, Chuck E. Cheese, Ann Arbor Hands-On Museum, St. Francis, St. Thomas, I believe those are churches, Eberwhite Elementary School grounds, daycares are listed again, or any other place with minors, essentially any place with minors, but specifically those mentioned. As I mentioned previously, we are asking for a $5 million surety bond. Mr. Kelly, unfortunately, is well known. He's had several convictions for child sexually abusive materials. This isn't the first time he appears for arraignment or in the court system for those charges. This incident was a probation violation. He has pending cases of the same nature up in 22nd Circuit Court. Judge Garwood, I believe, gave him a $5 million cash or surety bond, is my understanding, and Judge Kunke remanded him on this probation violation. There is concern, I believe that's why churches were listed specifically, that he is going to churches that are near playgrounds. So, of course, he has a right, if he is released, to go to any churches or religious establishments, but as long as they are far away from playgrounds. And that's the most important part of what we're requesting, is that he stay away from any minor children or places that would potentially have minor children upon release. When Mr. Kelly was arrested, he already had outstanding warrants for a felony charge of child sexually abusive materials. As police were trying to enter, he was undressed. He said that he needed to dress himself before he allowed entry or open the door. Police then saw him run to a poster board and start tearing pictures down, and believed that he was destroying evidence. As they entered, they did see several different pictures of prepubescent children all over his apartment, in various stages of clothing, and then attached to those pictures were what was essentially simulated genitals. They did find a piece of a girl's underwear in his apartment. They also found several pieces of paper that described sexual acts around or near these pictures of the prepubescent children. As I mentioned, Mr. Kelly is already on probation. This is considered a probation violation, in addition to the additional charges. And I would also ask, in addition to what was already put on the record, that all other standard bond conditions be put in place.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Bellinger.
And Your Honor, we would agree with the APA's read of MCR 6.106 with regard to this not being a situation where it meets the standard for no bond. And given his declining health status and his age, he'll need all the time he can get. So given that there is a $5 million cash bond on the other case, I think a nominal bond would be appropriate in this case. He's not going anywhere regardless. But otherwise he'd have no, he understands the recommendations by the APA and will oblige the court by following those if he were to be released.
And I apologize, Your Honor, I did also mean to ask for a GPS tether if he were to be released.
Okay. The court is persuaded that the defendant poses a risk to the community, particularly children. Bond is set at $5 million. In the unlikely event that the defendant is capable of posting bond, he is not to go to any facility that houses children, schools, daycares, anything like that. No parks or recreation areas that are available to children. He's to be fitted with a GPS tether, and I think that takes care of it. We're going to set the probable cause conference for July 20th at 9 o'clock in the morning. It'll be by Zoom, and I think that should take care of it, unless there's anything further from either of the counsel.
I
Nothing. Your
don't
Honor.
believe so. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Ballinger?
Kelly, if you have a question, you direct it to Mr. Bellinger and he'll take care of it for you.
I am, Your Honor, may I say something? May I speak? Can you hear me?
Mr. Kelly, I'd advise that if it's anything with regard to case facts that you not, but if it's a question based on your bond in this current situation regarding bond, you may ask.
I'm not understanding these. The idea of the tether is I have had 1 hour of sleep, Your Honor, since.
Don't you know that I'm unable to really hear him, so you're going to have to repeat what he's asking me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay, I've had 1 hour of sleep here since last Friday here.
Okay.
74. I just had surgery. I got.
Mr. Bellinger, what is he saying?
Your Honor, he's stating that he's 74. He's had recent surgery. He has skin cancer. He's only had 1 night of sleep since he's been in the jail. And something with regard to the GPS tether.
All right. That doesn't change my ruling. The ruling stands. We'll see you back for the probable cause conference on July 20th at 9 o'clock. Thank you.
Ballinger,
Thank you, Your Honor.
may I speak?
I will give you the number to the public defender.
I will not be able to sleep with that tether on it.
Do you have it on now?
No.
Maybe someone can come and cut it off.
He doesn't need tether if he's in jail. Someone just tell him that.
Somebody tell him he doesn't need
Yeah,
the tether
Mr. Kelly,
unless he gets out on bond.
you won't be needing the tether unless you're out on bond. So while you're in the jail, you won't have a tether on.
At home, I won't be able to sleep with the object on my leg.
I don't think he's understanding these proceedings, Your Honor.
I'm having very much difficulty sleeping because of these surgeries. I just had an MRI showing that I have 2 vertebrae without disc, and they're articulating, they're rubbing against each other. I have 5 vertebrae with bulging disc and that are pressing against the sciatic nerve.
Okay, Mr. Kelly's done. It's time to move on to the next matter. Just reinforce to him, he doesn't have to wear a tether unless he posts $5 million in bonds, cash or surety. So I don't think it's going to be a problem.
We'll be in touch with him, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr.
Hand me my screen box.